Oh, where am I? Where am I? Welcome to the lab. Who are you? And what's the lab? Looks pretty high tech and everything. The lab is a reviewing place to help people review movies and TV shows. Welcome to it. Comicman06. Know my name. And this is the place. Record your name from data. Oh, well, that explains a lot. Whoa, what was that? Seems like a bad movie is trying to get into the ship. What movie is it?
Mulan. The only way to do it is if you review it.
That movie?
Can you?
Oh, I can just review it for you if you want. Oh, okay.
If you didn't know, Mulan was a film that came out in 1998, starred Eddie Murphy in it. It was a pretty big hit and was pretty good. It was the story of a girl named Mulan who took her ill father's place in the army to protect her father, going up against a villain in, well, China. Now, how's the film? In my opinion, it was still a good film, even as a kindergarten, and going back to rewatch it, it's not a bad movie. But this is when we hit Trouble Town. So when everyone heard they were making a live action one, people went crazy in a different way. Well, there were many reasons why, and I'll explain to you in the video in general. Their main reasons started off with these main problems: that there was going to be no Mushu in the film, and no music.
That was the main reason why. But is the film as bad as we see? Well, let's talk about it. Okay, I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't love the film. Yeah, I really don't love the film in general, and I have a kind of feeling with some Disney films, and I don't hate them for trying not to do music in the film. As they said, they were trying to go for a serious tone. May I mention that basically the story's kind of the same. The things that were changed was like there was no grandma, was replaced with a sister. There was no talk. There was no animals basically in the film, like no cricket or no Mushu in general. And that's all. A lot of things were changed, but I can't go into depth without saying stuff like the problem with the film. Like, okay, you know how like in the original film it began with this epic opening, like the Great Wall of China is being attacked by these dudes. This film begins with a little girl named Mulan chasing after a chicken. And like, I'm sorry, but is Disney trying to go with all the females are outcasts in our place now? Because it's getting old, Disney. I mean, allow me to explain. In this film, you made her be an outcast again in this film. An outcast again, which is no problem. But what she's doing is nobody can do what she can do in this film. No one can jump over a building to chase after a chicken, and the chicken cannot jump over a building and all that stuff. I don't know any chicken that can do that, or any person that can do that, so that makes no logic to the film in general. In the first film, Mulan wasn't even an outcast. She was a regular person. Everyone was. Literally, no one was doing any flipping acrobatic stuff. Everyone was doing actual things. Weren't fighting for no reasons. It was kind of like actual people. I mean, they didn't even try to make Mulan be a bad person or anything. This film just kind of goes overboard with that. The same thing, Mulan totally needs to be the outcast of her village and all that stuff. Which kind of lowballs the film. Going into another problem is, they said they didn't want Mushu in the film. I get it, because it's kind of silly and stuff, and replace music, because that's silly for a serious film. May I mention the serious film has magic in it? Yeah, this is totally serious, more than people jumping over the Great Wall of China, or more than people fighting in the Empire's palace. This is more serious than that. This is totally serious than that. What do you think I mean by that? I mean that they said they wanted to go for a serious look of Mulan, in my opinion, and they did that wrong because they added in magic, which was weird in the original film because they didn't have no magic in that film. The film didn't have nothing to do with magic at all. It was kind of just a war movie with singing and dancing in it. Yeah, you heard me right. Mulan's basically that kind of film. It's a comedy war film with singing and dancing in it, basically. I mean, it has all the basics, and it's just Mulan. That's it. In this film, I get that you didn't want to take out the comic relief, but that's the main problem. You decided that our totally great ideal is that Mulan is an outcast and no one loves her in her village. She's the worst person in her village. And like, they replacing everything that was good about the original. Like, they took away her husband who was in Mulan 2 was her husband. I don't even remember his name. He was a little bit bland too, but he at least served a purpose. I mean, he was the leader of that squad. He was kind of growing as a leader and all that stuff was going on. This film, it replaces that love interest with some random dude that she gets into a fight with. Like, wow. It wouldn't have been better if she didn't have a love interest in this film. I mean, in the original film, she had some people she could talk to. And when they're about to start talking about the characters and dialogue and moments for these characters, they cut them off. Like when Mulan's talking about the fire scene. And she's talking about she will protect the dudes that she knows. That scene's scratched off. I mean, there's no point of telling them their feelings about the war and how they feel about their loved ones. That's just a small scene. We shouldn't include that in the film. There's no point to tell those characters' points of view. Their point of view is to show fight scenes of a witch. And that's all, really. I mean, this film in general is a bad depiction of it. And this is coming from the other live-action film adaptations. While everyone's trying to recreate things, including dancing and singing, this film kind of messed it up when they were trying to do a dancing and singing thing and try to go so serious that they made quirks that were so funny. Like I said before, I know no one, not even any army soldier in the world, even in that timeline, would have been able to do what Mulan was doing. She's superhuman for doing what she's doing. She's literally catching teacups with her hands and feet. Name one person who could do that. Steal her from... Use her. This is how horrible this film is. Its plotline and story is everywhere. Now, is the film bad? Yes. It's a bad film. I have nothing else to say about that. Could it have improved? Yes. They literally decided to replace Mushu with this thing called the Phoenix. The Phoenix, I thought, wasn't used in the film. You could just include Mushu for that. I mean, that could have just been the dragon the whole time. I mean, think about it that way. We learn it's the dragon called Mushu. He doesn't need to be used, but he can be just a small part of the story. And in general, I'm surprised none of these people actually figured out she was a woman to begin off with. I mean, in the original film, she had her own tent and all that stuff set up. And it wasn't just that was going on. She was literally trying to disguise her voice a little bit, you know, try to act more manly. This version, she literally walks the same, talks the same, does everything that she literally did in the original film. And it was nothing changed to her. Like, she didn't change anything to... And literally... Wasn't it weird that she never really took a bath or nothing? Like, nobody decided to think about it. Nobody decided to think that, oh yeah, she totally did this. And they even abandoned the mythos of in the original film and original history where they said, instead of Mulan actually about to die for what she's done, she's told to walk out of camp. When they literally said what will happen for a woman thing, she literally gets to walk free. Where in the original film, they almost actually killed Mulan, but over the leader, he decided to let her live. That's dark. And smart at the same time. There was nothing much to the villain in the original film, like I can't even remember his name either, but nothing was original about him, so yeah. But this film is so bad. Really. I mean, the film shouldn't even exist if they were going to make this film. I get what you're trying to do, but Disney, stop making live-action remakes. Just try to make original things now. I'm tired of seeing remakes of the cartoons now because they haven't been done well. Literally, none of them have. I can't even name one real live-action adaptation that have been done well. Heck, and if you want to do a live adaptation, do something on Pixar or something, or CGI kind of. They can be done live-action. I mean, this is just horrible, Disney. Wait, was that good enough? Did it stop the movie from coming in?
It has finally worked. You protected us. Luckily, Comicman07 will not be able to get him to the force field. This place has a cloaking device on it, so we are luckily safe from him. Sir, we have no coordinates on him. I mean, it's like he disappeared from out of nowhere. Wherever he did,
where he went. We don't know where he is. And we couldn't get any information of him in the future. Won't say nothing. We tried everything, sir. What do you want us to do next? Do not fail me next time. Figure out all the information you can, or you should end up like my last one. Well, my last scientist, how do I say this? The last person I sent to kill, well, me. So do not fail me. Find me a way to teleport to exactly where he went to with his hidden cloaking device. That's where I believe he has hiding him. Find it now!